Let's begin now.
Hi, tunga sa umiti ubang dahil sakit mga social media occasioned by one of the former politicians in Nunavut. Kaya mo yung tiyakaw to. Siya na ating ako dyan na kutaman. Pero sa iyo, sana ako kasimad. To me, one of the major issues in Nunavut that really needs to be addressed is the issue of trauma. Nunavut is trauma-laden, just like Bin Laden. Because colonialism is still ongoing. It already happened, didn't it? With that assimilation crap. Residential school rape, physical, emotional, spiritual, that's all. It's already happened. It's Stephen Harper apologized on behalf of the government. I thought you forgave. Let it go. The country not trying to assimilate us and telling us to forget our culture, traditions, and language. That's the current government's agenda. Liberal government. To show with you, Nunavut is a post-national state. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, tidluwas mo yung kakatayok si Mayang Mana Mark Carney, kayo sinasakuyok ko yung nakatakarinig dyan. Canada is a post-national state. Kasi ko siya look it up, please. Inung ocasio Canadian tradition, Inuit traditions, Ishimayu Nakanakita, Inugayayut as one Canadian people. The impact of these traumas are not being addressed adequately by the leadership and the symptoms of alcohol and drug abuse, intergenerational trauma, anger management issues, risky behaviors, high rate of suicide, food insecurity, overcrowded housing, and others. Why? After the residential school started closing off. After that, you didn't get the social services that they needed. Is it too close to those people in leadership positions? Maybe government, NTI, QIA, Nunavut government. NTI exists solely for the betterment of Inuit, yet they seem to be focusing more on friendship with the governments. Premier Dr. Woon, after his deal with Trudeau, uvinakatiging itawag Nunavummiut, kanayara, palyayawarawilang social services, asingin nila. The government are not our friends. They sit across from us to give us crumbs when we are the first peoples of Canada who have not been conquered. We should be confident enough to demand a lot more by pointing that we are a nation and be treated as such. Actually, that's sort of our previous premier should have acted like. And then PJ Akaro, he was just a yes man to Carney. Do you agree or not agree? And our current government seems to be a continuation of the previous government's agendas. Their agreement with the federal government, still giving us foreigners, social services workers, federal workers, ilang itikipagyasus remit timataling. Kasi natitiwang na sa ilang inyong. We need strong leadership across Nunavut, people who have confidence to lead. I hope our current Premier, John May, Inuikkaruarsuni inuktitukkariugaruarsuni but inulluni Nunavummi peqorsimalluni qalluna atjigittiangimmingmagi Nunavummi peqortulu inuoqatikkaqarimayuksaavivunu nunaliu asiani qalluna peqortu Nunavummi atjigittiaqattangimmiнгmagi inui peqortulu inuktituuqunnatsiaqaruarsut. As I said in the beginning, we are still being treated as being colonized. We are practicing Western style of government, whether it is local government, our way of hunting, the justice systems, our way of dealing with mental health. So kaimaru, kaiman nakisyanak with today's society. Kaiman nakarukoying tanolun. Kanigayawaikartapu inuqatin tanaqansaqkatidaukta by one of the former politicians Nunavut saqqatitaunniku social media postnaku apiringiayuklugu saqqatigasaqqatigillugu akarangikkuningi ilisariguni tusartitaunarpu unakuluktaungaartavu legislative assembly social services lenarjuorsimalluni saqqitittimuayanerakku saqqititaunikuttaartaanna.
Thank you, Chair. The government of Nunavut's December 31, 2025 Inuit Employment Plan quarterly report indicates that the department had 100% vacancy rates in the following communities: Chesterfield Inlet, Resolute Bay, Sanakilowatt, and Sanariak. What specific challenges have been identified in filling these positions? Thank you.
So 100% vacancy rate. Kanayartoqangimmaqa suuqammaru taluqul.
Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Kuliktana. Minister Healy Afero.
And I thank the member for the question. Well, there are two factors that we've identified. One is a bit of more of a global factor in that social workers are highly trained professionals that are in high demand across Canada. And so we are in competition with all of our other provinces and territories in terms of recruiting and keeping our social workers. In specific communities, to the member's question, our challenges are related to the need for office space and the need for staff housing. I would also like to add that while it appears there are vacancies in staffing indeterminate positions, in reality, we are filling those positions through casual workers so that the services can continue to be delivered. So we want to make sure there's always someone there to answer the call as much as possible, and so that's been the interim measure to date.
Casual workers need go from the south, and they're in competition with other provinces and territories all over Canada. So Inuit specific counselors tarannajagi social service workers tarannajagi qunnertillaqaimaannaarta ikajorjuuyunnariartuni qallunaaninggaartuni ilangiilinnattaarsimayaagaarsituk inuinunanganinnerminalutsiaqattartoruuningmutaga anoruka.
Thank you, Minister Healy Afero. Mr. Kuliktana.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Minister, for a response. How is your department delivering child protection and other services in communities where all of its positions are vacant? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Kuliktana.
Qanualugo inuisuqusiginni ikayukataq qaruuyarput iqqanaayartaqangialuksutik imaaleqquilaakuttu.
Minister Healy Afero.
You nach dem in der Kai ko jokat. Kadimanu kare.
As I mentioned, we're providing services through the use of casual social workers to fill those gaps in services. We also work closely with our partners in the RCMP and other community-based partners, depending on which community has different resources, different organizations working to support the work of family services. And so together, those strategies are helping us fill those gaps.
Ano givisi blikatan o kasirok. Nunavummiut ko social services ang maiman nito ko. Ano givisi blikan. Ang katigivisi ano should it be improved? If so, how? Ano ko ka? Dan sakit mo yan katawag inukatin yung kahit sa mo yan. Yan na may kayo nga sa tamang tikitius. Why?